This is my phone that I shut down to keep from getting the Wi-Fi. But as I said, there's other ways they're getting into it, either through the auto time and date or through the radio signal. But whatever the case, I'm still able to use it as for my camera. I'm going through the phone now. I have in my hand the Kyocera. I'll bring it back up. I saw again that all these little houses around me. Now that's me in that house right there with the blue spot. And all these other spots are not businesses. These are uh, signals from devices coming from these my neighbors. All these houses around me. As I told you, all my neighbors are involved in this targeting, else they wouldn't have these devices horning in on my house. I don't know whether they're using clone phones or this is showing. Maybe you guys that can see this can tell me what it is that they're using, where it looks like I'm living in all these different areas. Now, when I first turned it on, there was also a dot right here at this house, right across the street here. Now, sometimes they turn the devices off, or when I find them, they take them off the screen where I can't see them. But today, again, I just happened to find this on my phone. This shit now. So let me play this video of how they move around and what they're doing, and I'll get back after it's played. I hope you can hear the sound pretty good. Show you something. This is a map of my house, and uh, where my phone is supposed to be, and all these other little sites are not businesses. All these other red dots are not businesses. These are my neighbors' homes. These are homes in back of me, on the side of me, who have a clone phone, who has copies of my device. So this house right here, which I suspect, and now the ones that are not showing is the house across the street. That's the house where it shows. But the house on the side of me, the apartment building on the side of me, and let me see, and I pull it up a little bit. So this is my building right here. And all the other houses, now they've disappeared. But let me go back in and show you the addresses of all these other places that has. Now these are the businesses. I'm trying to hold it where churches in the area, that little store, street, the church there. And as you see, but the resolution is kind of bad because they didn't want me videotaping this. But these that surround my house are not. So they change it and they turn them off or they block them. I can see them, but you can look and see. Oh, they changed it again. They wiped it out. But let me show you something. These are the legit businesses that's in here. But even these are not the ones that are near me. Because if you look at the addresses, these are on Wentworth. I don't know if I've never visited those businesses, but let me go back. Let me go out, come back in, and I bet you show these people again how they pop up. So we're gonna go back to my house, which is where the blue locations, but I'm in all my neighbors' houses. Can you see that? And those are, again, the stores, the businesses. And these addresses, 130 State, 130 Dearborn, they don't give me no exact address. Well, it's 138 Wabash. All these addresses, and I'm looking for one that's right across the street from me. That's the house. My neighbor's house directly in front of me, across the street. So I'm gonna go out in and let's see what happens. Pet location. So that's me, and that's all my neighbors around me. And that one across the street, right directly across the street, that house right there, that's the house. That's the restaurant. But it doesn't look like a restaurant. I guess she's running the restaurant on the side because nobody goes there to eat. It's a house. So all of my neighbors have some kind of devices that they're using in their houses. Well, I'm gonna post this. Talk to you guys later. Now, I know you could not see the you could not see these things very well. But I want to make the point that these devices that they're using to target me are in these houses. Now, last year, I think it was, or earlier this year, it was in the apartment building. It just showed my phone that I lived in the apartment building next door. The apartment building where the girl came from that came on my porch and hit me. Also, that's the same apartment building that Mr. Henderson lives in, where he came on the porch and took my phone and threw it in the streets and broke it up. That's also the apartment building where the officer said they could not find Mr. Henderson or whatever the lady's name who came on my porch and hit me. Now, I reported this to the officers. I also tried to show them the video where it showed that the signal on my phone was coming from next door. I also showed this to Miss Lavera. But at the time, I figured, well, she just didn't know anything about technology or the location of signals from hacking into your phone. But she knew all the time. Now that I know that they were hacking me from next door. The devices they were using were coming from next door. And then all of a sudden, they disappeared. So the device, even though it's showing next door still, they moved it upstairs. Her son moved in, so it wouldn't show next door. Where if I'm in my apartment and they're upstairs, it looks like I'm here at home. But there has been occasions when I've tracked my location, and it showed that at different stores I went to in different areas, even when I went to Markham Courthouse, that other devices with my signal had followed me. Now, some of them took different routes, but we all wind up. I think at most it was two different homes or something. One followed me almost exactly, and the other one took a different route. But we always wound up in the same location or in the same vicinity. Because one time I went to Walgreens, and the phone, my clone phone, was in the pawn shop right next door. But the police say they haven't even looked at this evidence to show that where the hacking is coming from around here in this area. And AT&T said they could not see it. But I know they can tell me exactly what time my service is not on. They can tell me exactly what devices is hooked to my service, but they can't see all these other devices hooked up to me. Even though my phone says that there was a device called LG B495, and I'm looking at it, showing that it's hooked to my phone, but AT&T claimed they could not see it. It was invisible to them, and they don't have a security department. So I just want to show you that, and I'm going to post it. And like I said, the police department and Mr. Vero, all these people were well aware that I showed them that the signals were coming from next door and around in this area. All right, you guys. Love you again. God bless you. Bye bye.